Speaking of objects in our houses.
It's a lucky plucky. What if...
Maybe this man spent a lot of time licking like furry creatures.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just thinking that if he wants the world record, then he's gonna have to fart in reverse. Hello and welcome back to the Blerie Podcast, the podcast that no one asked for, and your number one source in things that no one cares about. Arod, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? We're back.
We are back. Guess who's back again, like that Slim Shady guy once said.
I was gonna... Back in black. It's like the
Back.
Yeah.
Because we're back and back. Wow. Anyway, I apologize that you had to hear that. So, for those of you who remember us from the Blerie Podcast, it's still the Blerie Podcast, but except it's now on this YouTube channel.
2.0. Sorry, I tried.
The Blerie Podcast 2.0.
There we go.
I got it.
Yes.
I got it. We are on this platform now. Samuel says on YouTube. We call it a podcast, but it's not really, is it? Because it's not on podcast platforms, because we can't figure it out
How to do it?
how to put it there.
Yes.
So we decided to just give up and just put it here.
Is it just me or is this a lucky plucky? It's been with me for months now. I lose these things so often and then I find them. It's a lucky plucky. What if...
Okay. I'm going to say this slowly so that you understand. Before we got started with this podcast, I told you no cold drinks on my couch.
Yeah.
I didn't think I needed to specify that don't remove your plucky on my couch. I thought that went without saying.
But you never know. Some people are infatuated with pluckies, like myself. And who knows? You're wearing... Coincidentally, people! What is she wearing?
I'm not gonna take off my shoes, and this is not a plucky, it's a sandal.
It's a sandal. It's
like pluckies if they went to private school.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're right.
Except our cheap private school.
Yeah, very cheap private school.
Private school. How have you been doing?
I've been doing good. Been so busy the last while. It's been cray. We did the world's biggest braai, which was insane. We're waiting to hear if we broke the record of what we know we did break the record, but it's one of those things, Guinness World Records take a while for the record.
I have a question about that.
Yes.
Because for the Guinness World Book of Records, like if you want to be the fastest race,
Yes.
then you have to do it there and the back.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So do you have to reverse the braai?
No, because it's not a
qualify?
race.
Okay.
It's not a race. It's just a braai. So you don't have to then start the braai, put all of them out, and then go and how do you unbraai meat?
That is a good question.
Ask a porn star.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if I get that joke.
I don't really. I just thought it was fun, something funny to say.
Alright. Because I was like, that makes no sense, but maybe I'm the stupid one. Maybe I'm the problem, yeah.
Well...
I got my very first advert.
Yes, you did!
Where I played someone other than myself. Do you want to know what my character's name was?
Yes, please.
Reini Sander Westhuizen. I was the weather lady. Reini Sander Westhuizen. And you know how it came about. In the last year I went for copious amounts of auditions.
Been there?
I haven't gotten a single one.
Yeah, me neither.
And then for this particular ad, they contacted my agents and said, we want Sami. So I did an audition for it. So I don't know if I should be flattered or no. Because the only people that wanted me was the ones who has not seen me act yet.
100%. Yeah.
So maybe it's me and I'm the problem, it's me.
So I've been fortunate. I was on a thing on Showmax, and I had a few people go, "Hey, Arod, I saw you on TV." And I was like, "Well, hey, yes."
Was this the long ago one?
Yes, the long ago one. It was out in July, August. So I haven't seen it myself.
What did you play?
I played a person in prison. So
a prisoner.
a prisoner.
I played a person in prison.
Person in prison. Or some
I
people are
played a-
innocent until guilty.
I played a person who flies, so a pilot.
Yeah.
I played
Maybe you could.
a food distributor. I say you played a waiter. I played a person in
Yes,
prison.
I-
That was the weirdest way you could have
I could have said it,
phrased
yes.
that.
So I played a prisoner, and then some person who did some horrible things comes into the prison, and then I land up seeing this guy, and then the idea that I get in my head, oh goodness, this guy's been on the news and this, that, and the next thing, he doesn't really care, he's just there now. And then I smuggle in a camera into the prison, and then the idea is that I'm going to make money off of this because now I can tell his story. Why did he do it? Why did he do all these horrendous things? And then eventually they make a deal with with the prison, with the actual prison. It's a
don't
thing.
need the entire plot, sir. I am more interested to hear, how did you smuggle the camera into the prison? Did you put it in your own nose?
It was like this big. There's no so well. Hey.
I mean, you know what I saw, ne?
No, I don't want to know what you saw.
Speaking of objects in access, I saw that someone cheated on a game show, ne? By putting a pager in their poo ball. And then their friend was in the audience, and then whenever, because they go, A, this answer, B, this answer, and then when they read the correct answer, you would page him, and then his poo would go zzz.
You know that.
C.
That's a saucy SMS.
C. The answer is C.
Or what happens if he did it like
Lobotomy.
But the thing is, what happens if there was a delay? So he would have had for A1.
Well, that didn't happen because he won. It was one of those confessions, and he
Okay.
won this money like 10 years ago, and he's now confessing it anonymously. But I just thought that's hilarious.
That's
Can you imagine, ne?
what an arsehole.
What if that? What if that was the moment
Yes.
that he realized that he's maybe a little bit into arts play. And then he's sitting there, and then it becomes really pleasurable, and then he's like,
Listen, I'm gonna do a game show though. Listen, next time I play Monopoly, so listen, it's gonna go down.
the capital of Portugal is listening. I found it funny.
Yes.
It was very funny. Anyway, it's good to have you back.
Yes.
I did go and check for some news stories because at the core of this podcast, that is not really a podcast.
There's a page in someone's anus.
I mean, that is, it might help someone.
Yeah.
Someday. But at the core, we are here to inform
Yes.
and amaze.
Amaze, have fun, and
Misinform.
misinform while forming.
Anyway, I think it's time that we head into the news of the week.
Weird news and stuff.
Important stories. I did manage to screenshot.
I've got one that's related to our topic.
Alright.
Can I do mine quickly?
You can, but just don't yell.
Okay, sorry. I'm getting. So I've got a thing. So the Lord has but taken away my sense of smell, so I can't smell, and He's given me something so much more powerful. And it's now been a Guinness World Record. There's a guy that farted for 40 seconds, and it's a world record. He was
40 seconds
40
continuously.
continuously. And he did it on like one of those, not Britain's Got Talent, but one of those, whatever's Got Talent. Imagine so you can just see Simon Carlson.
Yeah. I'm just thinking that if he wants the world record, then he's gonna have to fart in reverse. And then he just throws up.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
This episode has a lot more talk about bodily functions than normally, doesn't it?
It does.
I love that
That's how
for
we're
us.
starting it. Yeah.
I love that for us. They did a study about parasocial relationships and how it's becoming a problem. And they did like this study where they asked people how important are.
It's a parasocial relationship to do with a parrot.
No, it also doesn't have to do with a para.
Okay.
That is social.
Okay.
Like the princess and the frog. That's a children's movie.
Yes.
Maybe I shouldn't make jokes. Parasocial relationship is if you
Paraglide.
really have like a relationship with someone that is like an actor or a YouTuber or
Okay.
a singer, but you are so obsessed with these people's lives, like you think you are friends. You know what I mean? So you're like, you watch this person every day on the internet, so you kind of feel a connection to them. That is
Okay.
a parasocial
Okay.
relationship. So they did research and they interviewed people, and parasocial relationships with YouTubers were valued more than acquaintances and colleagues. And I'm like, have you seen some people's co-workers?
Yeah, I have.
Do
Yes.
you really blame them?
9 out of 10 times, you're going to be watching people who are prettier than you, especially if you're following them.
I
Like,
don't think it's that, because this is specifically YouTubers. And I personally watch a lot more YouTube than I do like movies and stuff. So I
Yes.
kind of get it, because you watch these people and they are themselves, and then you feel like you know them and you're friends. But I'm saying asking them if your favorite YouTuber is more important than your co-workers. Of course they are. Because your co-worker sucks. Most of the time.
most of the time, yeah, you don't have that. Look, times have changed. I mean, I haven't had last time I had a 9 to 5 was many
Have you
years
ever
ago.
had a 9 to 5?
I have. It's not fun.
When did you have a 9 to 5?
So I've had a break here and there between these things when my life was
Was it
different.
before I knew you?
There was a before you knew me, and there was a after you knew me. When, long story short, I moved in with my mom then for a while, and then I worked at you worked at the same company.
Oh, when we were telesales.
Yes.
Yeah, good times.
First of all,
I've never contemplated yeeting myself off a building more.
doing that job is just, it's horrendous. First off, as the receiver of that, I hate it when someone calls me. And then being that person who's doing the call, you don't want...
I just wanted to start calls with hi. I hate myself more than you hate me.
Trust me, I don't
It
want...
was awful.
It was awful. It's
Awful
horrendous.
job.
It's
I
horrendous.
remember now. You sold insurance, didn't you?
Yeah.
I sold makeup.
And somehow, there was something wrong with the phone that I was using. And I did more sales.
Sure.
I did more sales. And so you were supposed to do 2 in like 3 or 4 days or something like that. And I managed to do the 2.
Only.
When you're starting out,
That's nice.
I think because it's massive amounts of money that you're going to be holding out. And then, apparently you had to pick the phone up. You couldn't push redial. And that's what I did with some of these people. I just pushed the redial, and apparently that didn't count. And you have to make a phone. You have to make a phone call every 60 seconds or something like
It was
that.
insane.
You
it's
have to.
insane.
It's-
And when you just start out, we are, speak amongst yourselves, we are reliving our trauma. Every week, like when you just start out, it takes a couple of weeks before you are hired permanently.
Yes.
And they make it seem like it's something that you really want to achieve, which
100%.
it's not. The first 2 or 3 weeks that I was there, I was top salesperson.
Yes.
I kind of made a lot of sales. I found a way to really let people hear how desperate I was.
She really bamboozled them into believing you.
On the 4th week,
Yes.
I got the ear infection. And I still went to work, but I was properly sick.
Yes.
And I did not make target, and they fired me. I'm not going to name names, but you know who you are.
Yes.
They probably don't. It's all of them. Anyway, that was a horrible experience. I'm sorry that you also were part of that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what makes us funny, isn't it? The trauma.
That trauma and ear infections. Yes.
Speaking of trauma,
Yes.
if you were to go to your favorite restaurant, say a Chuck E. Cheese, for example, and your favorite mascot is there, like if you go to McDonald's, that scary clown guy, what's his name? Ronald.
Ronald, yes.
Ronald the McDonald's clown.
Yeah.
Don't you think as a child that it would devastate you if your favorite restaurant mascot gets arrested right in front of your eyes?
I think that the trauma of that might be like, no, I say no to a Big Mac with cheese because who knows where that cheese has been.
Or it might like scare you straight. That's not a good.
No, that's not a good. No.
That's not a good use of.
Not in this day and age.
I don't mean sexually. I just mean like the straight and narrow on the law side of things. Please
Yes.
don't cancel me.
Yeah.
Please don't cancel
Please,
me.
this is episode 1.
It might, because if I was a parent, I would use that as a learning opportunity. You see, Tammy, first I must tell you what I'm talking about. The
Yes,
Chuck E.
please.
Cheese mascot was
Yeah.
arrested at
What?
Chuck E. Cheese for credit card theft. Yeah. And I can't for the life of me understand why they wouldn't wait until after his shift, because they literally arrested him in the middle of the restaurant in front of children. But if I were there and I was a parent, I would use it as a learning opportunity. You see, Tammy, my boy, Chuck E. Cheese did not make his bed this morning.
Yeah.
And as you can see, actions have consequences. I would scare them. Every time they do something, I would tell them that is why Chuck E. Cheese got arrested.
Exactly. He did not make his bed in the morning, and now he has to
He
sleep
said
in it.
no
He has to sleep.
when his mom asked him to do something.
Yes,
See,
that's it.
see what
he said,
happened.
he said no to chores first thing in the morning.
I'm going to
And
be
now,
such a great mom. Another parenting advice for anyone who has children or are planning to. Over Christmas time, what you're going to want to do is you're going to wrap a bunch of empty boxes and put them under the tree. And then
Oh
every
my
time
goodness.
when your child misbehaves, you throw one of them in the fire.
trauma much? Oh my God. Or what you do is you put one of those things, you feed it to the dog. Or you step on it, you naughty boy, to me.
My dad once fed my coloring pencils to our Rottweiler.
Oh,
Well, he did not. That sounds bad. It sounds like he force-fed the dog with coloring pencils. No,
Yes.
but me and my
then he
friend,
pooped candles.
we were kids, and me
Yes.
and my friend were fighting about the pencils. And my dad threw it out the window. Because we were fighting, and he was like, okay, well then it's the fucking outside pencils. No more pencils for you. You can't be trusted with pencils. Go stand in the go play in traffic.
Yeah.
And then isn't it weird that our whole generation has been told at one point to go and play in traffic?
Been there. Well, that might explain a lot.
Like, but these days, every month when I see my debit orders go off, I wish that I listened.
You would be part of the road.
Anyway, so he threw the coloring pencils out the window, and our Rottweiler ate it, and I cried.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of crying,
Yes.
I'm just doing this with every segue, whether it makes sense or not.
That's
but there's
fine.
a man, Egypt's strong man.
Yes.
Alright, and he pulled a ship using his teeth.
Now, whether his teeth, did he just take someone else, clamp him, and then pull the person?
Now it says specifically his teeth.
His teeth. Okay.
And I was thinking, we could never. I broke my tooth on a piece of toast. You
Yes.
broke your tooth on a piece of pizza.
On a piece of pizza, yes.
So, what is this man doing to his teeth to make them so durable?
What toothpaste is this man using? to be
Well,
able-
I can tell you. I can probably tell you. Another news article said toothpaste made from hair naturally repairs tooth enamel. So maybe this man.
She's got something coming, people. Yes. Yes. Share with the class.
Maybe this man spent a lot of time licking like furry creatures.
Oh my gosh.
Toothpaste with hair does not sound great. Have you ever used
Oh my God.
Have you ever used a piece of hair as floss? Because I have. I have once.
Did you go ping? And then... Really?
Listen, there was an entire cow in my teeth, and I couldn't find a
He was
toothpick,
in no mood to go to sport.
and I was just like, well, it's nature's toothpaste. The
Oh
article
my
said so.
Did you really do that?
I did.
Oh my word.
But this isn't about me. It's about this guy who
So that guy's
pulled a bite with his teeth.
pulled a boat with his teeth. Now you're talking about strongman. Now we've got,
Not about the ship. I think
ship.
there's a difference.
so like the Titanic, but a smaller version.
No, but this one is on top of the ocean.
Okay.
Not at the bottom.
Okay, so it worked. Yes. So you're talking about the strongman guy. Now there is a guy, and South Africa has actually been in the news now, saying that we have now something like top 4 nations of sport at the
I
moment.
saw that.
And not even a joke, now was it 2-3 days ago, there's a guy called Dani van Heerden. He's a monster of a man. And he takes part in that slapping thing.
Why,
And he won.
why would anybody do that?
I don't know, maybe we must ask him.
It
Say,
doesn't
Dani, listen.
Donnie Hukum,
Dani, hoekom?
you do know that every time you do that,
Sorry.
your hand is in front of my face.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's proof that we are sitting on the same couch.
Couch. It is. There we go. But Donnie, if you hear this, I want to know. So I know you used to do MMA, but I want to find out what drove you to slapping. And as we know, South Africa is doing so well in sport at the moment.
We are.
Top 4.
We are just winner, chicken dinners.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that DNA, the sporty DNA, unfortunately. But there is apparently a guy whose surname is Hall, who is one of the strong people
Okay.
from South, or he's American.
He must be American.
I think he's American, and
Even the
he's
South African strongman, so the strongman, the strongest man in the world at the moment,
is South African.
is South Africa.
Okay, but there's someone, I can't remember, but it's, I think it's also a strongman person. A person who does strong
Okay.
stuff. But his surname
Eddie
is
Hall.
Hall. Eddie Hall.
Yeah, but he's a British person.
Is it him?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He's a strongman.
Okay, maybe it's him. But either way, I was tracked off. What do you name that in English? I was pulled out?
This is getting worse and worse and
Pulled
worse.
over!
Oh, pulled over! So
Oh, well, you tried to help me. Thank you.
the cameraman was showing.
Pulled over by a speed cop,
Oh no.
a traffic cop.
Yes.
And I gave him my license, checked what, and he came and he's like, are you related to Eddie Hall?
Yes.
It's not Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who? And he's like, it's one of the strongest. He can lift your car.
Yes.
He was
He would have been talking about Eddie Hall. Yes.
Okay. He was so excited. It was actually such a fun interaction.
Yeah.
He was so excited of the prospect that I might be related to Eddie Hall. And I was like, I don't know. It's possible. I find out about a new cousin every week.
Yes,
so
you
it's
do.
very possible. And it was just fun. It was a fun little interaction.
So the question is, did you get a ticket?
No, what would I get a ticket for?
Oh, this
It was
cute
a right-
face.
It was a right block.
Oh, was it the right
So
one?
I wasn't pulled over by anything I did wrong.
Okay.
I was just randomly picked. Speaking
Okay.
of fun interactions, these people,
Segway.
a long lost Spanish treasure worth $1 million was discovered off the coast of Florida.
Okay.
Can you imagine? Have you ever watched Fool's Gold?
Yes.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Can you imagine finding treasure worth like $1 million?
Okay, I was gonna say finding treasure. That's why I look in the mirror. But worth $1 million. Yes, that must be amazing.
Imagine.
But then did he get to keep
So apparently how it works, I don't know if this, I guess it depends.
maritime law or some stuff like
Yeah,
that?
I guess it depends also on where it's found. But how it works in this situation is 20% of the worth, or 20% of the items and stuff needs to be kept as... it must be kept for the public. So
Okay.
it must go to a museum, or it must go to someone who's going to study it, or whatever. But as for the rest, you can do whatever you want with it.
Oh, wow, okay.
If you got $1 million today, what would you buy first?
I think I did a smart thing. Invest it and work off the interest.
No, you wouldn't. That would not be the first thing.
That would not be the
That
first
might
thing.
be the third thing.
I
The
think
first thing.
the very first thing.
Something that is so... that you want to do so badly, but it's just too overindulgent.
Something so, first off, I would like to go and buy a buttload of ribs because they're very expensive. And then afterwards I wouldn't wash my hands and go drive in a Lamborghini. I've wanted to drive a Lamborghini my entire life.
Okay, but why do you not wash your hands before doing it?
Because I've got $1 million. Why do
You don't
I?
have to be wasteful. You see, I think the universe knows what it's doing
Oh, yeah.
when it's not giving us money. Because my first thought was...
What was your first thought?
I thought about all of the things that I was going to eat.
You and I both think of food first.
And I don't even eat a lot or care a lot about food, but I was just like, oh my word.
How many All Gold bottles
I'm
can
gonna
I
go
really buy?
to a new restaurant every day.
Yeah.
And it's weird that that's my first thought because I don't like most things.
But I watch a lot of these food channels and things like that, and there was something like, there's a food course, it's something ridiculous, you're there for like 10 hours or something like that. It costs $1,500 or something like that, and everything sells out within like between 3 and 5 seconds. That's how quickly these things go. And then it's a whole experience. So you walk in, so it taps all your senses. So first off, you walk in, and then there's pictures from history with your face in it and things like that. Then you go through here, and then there's maybe a bit of a ride or something like that. Then you go into this massive hall with all these people. Then you try these different things that have been deep fried and cured and this, that, and
That
the next
sounds
thing.
awful. This whole experience sounds awful.
So that is one of those things where it's the finer things. I would like to,
Finer things is normally cock.
yeah, but that's the thing. So even
Do you remember, sorry I'm interrupting you,
Fine.
but do you remember when we went to Jamie Oliver's restaurant?
Jamie Oliver.
Yeah, in Knysna.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yes.
We went to a very, very,
very
fancy restaurant in Knysna. They served lamb shank.
Yes, they did.
I
not for you.
don't even like a lamb unshanked. It was on a bed of mash. I did enjoy the mash. I am a
did?
potato girl.
Oh, that's
But then the thing that annoys me the most is that the drinks was free,
Yes.
but it's wine. Just wine. I'm like, can I have coffee? No.
No.
Coffee's not free.
no
You can't have coffee, you can't have Coke, there's no brandy, wine.
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 Only wine.
We only give free stuff to wine drinkers. So what did we do after our visit to this very fancy restaurant? Tell the people.
We went and had a very nice drink, didn't we? Sorry.
No.
I can't remember. I literally just to refresh my
We
memory.
went to McDonald's.
Oh yes, we went to McDonald's straight after. Oh yes.
We went to McDonald's because
McDonald's.
and the thing is, I don't like being a picky eater.
Yeah.
It's quite embarrassing, but I'm not gonna eat a lamb.
Laughing at your chaotic and embarrassing stories, or giving you bad advice.
Now getting into funnier stories.
Yes.
Yesterday I decided that I'm gonna go onto Facebook and I'm gonna ask my followers to send me some of their embarrassing stories or funny stories or confessions, any funny thing that happened.
Yeah.
They must email it to me, and then we can choose one, or I can choose one and tell you about it on the podcast, and we can laugh at people's misfortune.
Oh, 100%.
And I said, if someone wants advice, put in the subject line, ask Sami, and then ask me a question. I'll give you advice. It's probably going to make things worse, but we're going to do it anyway. Anyway, so I got quite a couple of emails. Thank you guys for your emails. So many funny stories, but we're just going to pick one every week. And I promised people that we will keep them anonymous. As it turns out, some people don't care about anonymity.
Yes.
Because the one I chose to share today was from a comment on that post on Facebook for the world to see. So I'll just read you the post so you know that what we said. So I said, do you have entertaining, funny or embarrassing stories or confessions that you need to get off your chest? Maybe you once called your boss dad. Maybe you thought you ended a call and proceeded to talk cock about the person only to realize that they were still on the line. Do you need advice on a sticky situation and want the thoughts of someone completely unqualified who would end up making it worse? Well, myself and Arod would love to listen. Myself and Arod would love to share and laugh at your embarrassing stories, or would love to give you terrible advice on the Blerie Podcast. All identities will remain anonymous, and please use fake names for people in your stories. Email your stories or questions to theblerriepodcast@gmail.com.
So Jeff was on a game show.
Alright, so the comment reads as follows. As it turns out, my followers are wordsmiths. Alright, they are great with words because, my colonoscopy prep, a horror comedy. I mean, just the title alone.
There's a lot of anus talk in this podcast.
This podcast really is a lot of anal talk. It wasn't planned that way. A horror comedy no one warned me about, by someone who knows fear. You know, there's a well of information about colonoscopy prep that seems to be hidden in the secret vaults of those who have survived it. Nobody talks. It's like Fight Club. Rule number 1. You don't talk about prep. Rule number 2. Seriously, shut up about the prep. But me, I'm a rebel, a whistleblower, a martyr for the unprepped. Let's rewind. I had just gotten the news. Colonoscopy time. I laughed out loud. I have survived childbirth, I said with the smugness of a woman who has worn mesh panties and survived. I've had the stomach flu. I've had the stomach flu in a car with toddlers. I've had a bikini wax in the winter. I've got this. Sweet naive fool. Stage 1, the delusion. You start off with a calm confidence. You've stocked up on jelly, broth, and more clear liquids than a hydration influencer. You pat yourself on the back for adulting so well. You mix the prep drink, a potion that tastes like flat Sprite and betrayal, and think, how hard can this be? 10 minutes later, your colon laughs.
Oh my goodness.
Stage 2, the floodgates. Your body doesn't gently process the liquid. Oh no, it evacuates. By your 4th trip to the bathroom, you start bringing a snack, a book, and perhaps a small throw cushion. This is your life now. You make peace with it. Then comes the moment when you reach 2 emotional stages. Stage, I'm going to pass out. You start to question everything. Is this my last day on earth? Will the toilet miss me when I'm gone? Stage 2, I wish I could pass out, because consciousness is way too much. You start Googling, can a human poop out their soul?
Sure.
Stage 3, the lies of the creams. Somewhere on the internet, a gentle Pinterest post suggests Vaseline. Try preparation H, they say. Soothing, they say. These people are liars. Possibly war criminals. The only truth I found, a warm shower aimed directly at the crime scene.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yo.
Full cheeks to the heavens, like Simba being held up in The Lion King, praying to the plumbing gods. It's not dignity, but relief. Day 4, D-Day. You shuffle into the clinic like a dehydrated noodles with slippers. The nurses greet you with disturbing normalcy, smiling, cheery, as if they haven't watched hundreds of people arrive as empty husks with duck waddles of discomfort.
Good gosh.
I wanted to cry, or fart, or both. To be continued. Now, I know you want to hear about the actual procedure, the tube, the drugs, the fart that echoed through the recovery room and quite possibly retore the space-time continuum. But that is a story for another day, because I need to go and hug my toilet, whisper sweet apologies, and possibly get it a gift. It's been through a lot.
That is insane. Oh my goodness. Brilliant.
Listen, let me tell you.
Listen, Linda.
I read this last night whilst I was in bed.
Yes.
It was like 1 o'clock this morning, actually. And I cried laughing.
I can imagine. That is brilliant.
That was really, really well done. She did do a follow-up.
Yes.
Part 2. Do you want to hear it now or next time?
No, next time. I think next time.
Alright. We'll keep it for next time. So you better tune in. But thank you for that. That was very funny. We also got a couple of emails, and there's a lot of funny stories that people send.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much for that. We'll share it as we go through the episodes, and if you guys who's watching has any funny, entertaining, embarrassing stories that you want to share with us, email the Blerie Podcast at gmail.com. I did that because he's going to edit it in here.
100%.
Thank you.
I will do.
Alright, that was fun.
That was fun. That was a great first episode back. Thank you so much. And then, yeah, catch me then at I'm always out and about at Thirsty Fox on Mondays, Coconut Joe's on Tuesdays, and all depends. We're going to be either on Wednesdays or Fridays at Coconut Joe's or Thirsty Fox. And we're going to start off next month. I'll let everyone know. We're going to have our big 5 years being at Thirsty Fox. So
amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
If someone wants to reach you, what's your handles, your Instagrams?
100%. Go to Arod the Entertainer across the board, and then of course you can always go through to arod.co.za.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know where I am next week. I'll keep you posted.
Any shows coming up?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not good at planning ahead, sir. So I know what I'm doing this week, and none of it will concern you. So
Yeah.
if I remember something, I'll let you know so that you can put it on the screen here.
100%.
But in the meantime, you can follow me everywhere, Sami Hall says.
Okay.
And just Sami Hall on Instagram. Alright,
Perfect.
thank you for coming. Subscribe, Blerie. Like the video. Comment down below. Tell us down below if this was a little bit too much talk of colons, or if it's just the sweet spot. Alright. Okay, bye.